Assalamu alaikum. My name is Salim Siddiqui, and thanks for watching the Hot Conflict series on the great celebration of the Muslims called Eid al-Akbar, or the Great Celebration. Now, Muslims are people who, by definition, say that they submit to the will of the Lord Most High, and Islam is the translation of the religion or belief or faith or creed of those who've submitted to the will of the Lord Most High. And we've been trying to talk about some of the significance in the meanings of what the actual true story of our planet is. And like I said, I'm telling you a tale and giving you the truth of the story of our planet as we know from the correct revelations that mankind has received. But I'm telling it to you in a way that you've probably never heard of it before, and I'm giving it to you in terminology that is common to a Western audience, even though I'm referencing ancient correct sources that we have. And so we were just beginning to talk about the situation that was going on in the world. If you were watching the last episode, if you didn't see it, then of course I've got to give a disclaimer that we're talking about such deep and important concepts that some of the things I might say sound so strange and outlandish and crazy, but if you listen to the story and pay attention to what I'm saying, there's a chance you might understand something. And so what point in the story are we at? Well, we said, if you saw the last episode, I was talking about the greatness of the coming of the noble prophet Jesus, son of Mary. And so to go over what is going on in the universe, let's go over some fundamentals. As a Muslim, we're saying the fundamental that we tell everybody that is the essence of faith of the believers in the one true Lord is our statement of faith, La ilaha illallah, which means there is no God other than Allah. Allah being the Arabic term for the God, the one and only, the one who created the universe and everything in it, and sent what as the articles of faith? Prophets with books, after he created the angels, who have no free will but are made of light, and they obey the commandments of their Lord and do not disobey. Those are angels. And this is a very important fundamental that we've maintained true and correct from the very beginning, and it will stay true and correct till the very end. And this is the nature of the truth. It's always the same. Secondly, we went over the fact that there are other races created by the Lord Most High that are made from smokeless fire, whether you want to term that as electricity, energy, plasma, power, some other race, and there are different types of them, and we've gone over this, and Lucifer was the most enlightened of his race at that time. And he was granted a noble, great status because of the greatness of his light. And then God created Adam, and after that, the war began. And since then, we have been at war, our race, with the jinns, Satan and his minions, and the evil of men and the evil of the other races, fighting darkness between good. That's the truth. I'm sorry if nobody told you that. I'm sorry if nobody explained it to you, but that's the truth. That's always been the truth. So help me God, it'll always be the truth. There's only one God, and he created the world that we're in. Now we got to a point, we got to a very strange point on our planet, and dare I say, perhaps in the whole universe, where people using the knowledge incorrectly from the children of Israel that they had learned from Solomon, and if you don't understand what I'm talking about, go back and listen to the past episodes, had tried and do something very disrespectful. They tried to make life. And I bet if you talk to experts in alien races or UFOs or jinns and the creatures and other races in the other dimensions, and try and find out exactly when they've referenced that some of the other creations of God try to make their own life and clone other creations, it wouldn't be surprising to me that all of them saw a sign in the universe. As we know from the fundamentals of faith, if you've been paying attention, that God sends prophets with books, with the Word, and that all of this is by the will and fate and destiny of the Lord, and nothing is happening by accident or coincidence. And so it is this time on the planet Earth where God sends the most miraculous miracle of life that has been there since Abraham, and we said what? The children of Israel, Jesus, son of Mary, from the family of Zechariah, from the 12 tribes, from Moses, Joseph, Jacob, Isaac, to Abraham, who made the challenge on the earth once and for all that this world should only be worshiping the Lord Most High. And God, Allah, the Lord, is the only one, the one and only one who can give life and take life. And so a sign is sent to this planet and perhaps the universe. And a star is seen by all of those who are looking. And Jesus, son of Mary, is born. And Mary says, as we recap, how am I, when the angels come to tell her of the blessed news, how am I, a woman who is pure and chaste, who has never known the knowledge of a man, going to have a son? And the angel told her, know, O Mary, that you are blessed from the great family of Imran, and you have prayed to your Lord to protect your chastity and your purity. And so God is giving you one of the most noble gifts, the most noble gift that any woman has ever borne, a child, while being the Virgin Mother. The Virgin Mother. Subhanallah. And every single Muslim who says La ilaha illallah believes this truth with absolute certainty. And so when Christians, my brothers and sisters, please listen to this story, because this is the part that it gets so interesting for you. When they tell you that Muslims don't believe in the same stories and truth that you believe in, then they're lying to you and they're misdirecting you. And like I said, when they're telling you that Muslims believe in the sun god or the moon god or some other kind of idol or symbol or pagan or the star or the moon or any of the symbols that they make you think are our symbols, they're lying to you. The truth is the truth. Oh, Christian brothers and sisters, listen to me, because this is where the story gets so interesting. La ilaha illallah, there's only one God. And the signs have always been there. Now Jesus comes, a miraculous miracle, given to the Virgin Mary. And babe in arms, she comes to her people. And what do we see happen as a portent? As a sign for those who are paying attention to how the story plays out. It's always there for you. Every prophet has a problem within their own community, and it's always the case that there's always trouble. The people can't believe this. I mean, the people who said, we believe in the Lord Most High and are searching for the light, challenged the Lord by trying to create. And God showed them the light that they had never seen, breathed by himself. The only time it's ever happened is Adam. But it's been so long since Adam that nobody could remember that. And so there was Jesus, son of Mary, breathed of the light. Ooh. A beautiful thing like that hasn't happened on the earth for a long time. I mean, Solomon had powers. David was brave and killed Goliath. Moses talked to Allah and even got that little bit of reflection, but Jesus, son of Mary. And so in the beauty of this relationship that Jesus has and in his noble status, and you will never find a Muslim ever in their life say anything discourteous or disrespectful to the greatest prophet that the world had ever seen, breathed by the Spirit, said to be in existence by the Word. Jesus, son of Mary. But that will never, never, never in the world, his pureness as the most noble of creation that the world had ever seen will never change the fundamental of the truth. Oh, my brothers and sisters, listen to the truth that you have been told in this story from day one. La ilaha illallah. there is only one God.